am into these vibes right here.
Also, the vibes of the dots and the black and the red.
Someone tweeted to me, they were like, is this on purpose? Is this a Dottie thing, like Agent Carter? And I was like, it was unintentional, but I'm into it.
No, yes,
Yeah.
we're into it too.
Yeah, thank you.
So stepping into this world where you have the other actors, Travis and Eric and Adam, who've all done the military thing for a while, stepping into that world, what was the challenge of learning how to move, how to even just hold your body?
Yeah.
And then what sort of feminism do you bring in with Sasha, or do you make her one of the guys?
Yeah. It's actually one of my favorite things about her is her confidence, and that she is really in a very masculine world and very comfortable. I had to do a lot of research for this role, mostly to piece together how she would have all these set of skills. And I worked with a naval intelligence officer in San Diego, and she helped me a lot. And we figured that she's probably got a lot of ground experience with SEALs doing their reconnaissance, and therefore needing to be trained in all these things that she does, because she is, I mean, across the board, not just the tactical and the arms and all these languages, but she's also, later we'll see, some first aid skills. I mean, she's really got it all. So I had a lot of catching up to do because the cast was miles ahead of me when I joined the show. They had 2 seasons. They're so confident in their characters and the world. So I did have a lot of learning to do, but it's been really great because my appreciation for the Navy is just really grown. And for their family members and their spouses. So I feel very grateful to be on a show that cares about the work that they do and wants to represent it well. Regarding the women thing, I love that aspect of the show, and that the show, not just my character, but Faye, Christina, and Marissa, they all play 3 very different women who are high-ranking, and there's never been an episode about them being a woman in this job. That's not what the show does. It just shows them being skilled and able, and they do their work well. So, yeah, that's what we need. And I know the Navy wants more women to join, and it's a shifting time. Only a few years ago, the military opened up women to be in combat, and now women can fly to go to SEAL school, which is huge. That was just last year, So it's a shifting time, and I think that the show represents women in this world very well. Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about, now that the hostages they've been brought back and saved, what kind of role is Sasha going to play on the ship and as a liaison with kind of the political and what's going on?
Well, Sasha's not ever been on a naval destroyer before. So she's learning as she goes, which kind of helps me because I'm learning as I go. But she's still there, ready to lend her skills whenever they're needed. So she's obviously going to defer to the captain and the CNO, but that doesn't mean she's not without her opinions, because she is the expert in this region that they're in right now. Not just with the language, but she's also been on the ground. This is where she hid out and survived the plague until she was able to get some cure. So she's an opinionated character, and she lends her voice whenever she can, which is great because it can cause some conflict, and she's so comfortable with Tom because they go back so long. She doesn't think of him as the CNO. She thinks of him as the man she knew a dozen years ago, so sometimes she speaks out of turn, which is fun.
Oh, I can go. Yeah. So Sasha and Chandler obviously have a history.
Yeah.
Is that something you want to explore more, or?
I find the dynamic really, that dynamic very appealing and very human. And the show, those are my favorite moments on the show, those moments of real humanity. And these people are doing rather superhuman things. These are characters that don't run away from the gunfire, they run towards it. They're not the ones who the weight of the world is on their shoulders. So I find it really interesting when we see them in really human moments, and they're relatable, and the nature of their relationship is really interesting. They're both widowed, and these crazy circumstances have brought them back together again. So they can rekindle a flame. It could rekindle a flame that was there. Now, is this the ideal situation for them? No. I'm sure that they both would prefer to be with their spouses and have them be alive. But they're here, and I think that Tom and Sasha know very well how fragile life is. And so, like, at the end of Minefield, when Sasha said, I didn't want to lose you today, it's because she knows she could have very easily. And so you want to say those things when you feel them. So I find the relationship really interesting. I'd love to explore it more, and see how, see the things that Sasha brings out in Tom, and really no other character has in that way. Yeah.
Thank you. What does you said that what she brings out in him, but what does he bring out in her? What does he bring out in Sasha?
I think that the thing that you can't forget, even when Sasha speaks out of turn and challenges him, it's not because she doesn't respect his opinion and would follow his orders. She really, really cares for Tom, and that's and I do have to wonder, was he the one that got away? And I don't know. I don't think Sasha's the kind of character who lays in bed and thinks, oh, the universe is bringing us back together. She's not that sort of woman. But you can't help but feel that they're together for a reason. And I think that she feels valued on the ship, and that she's doing some real good, which is, I think, something very important to her. I think that when we first met her on the show, she was sort of floating in China, trying to get information, but not really doing that well. Now she's got a purpose, and she really believes in what the crew of the Nathan James is doing. So he's given her that, and also maybe some hope for the future.
One last question.
So you've obviously played some badass ladies before.
Yes.
What about Sasha makes her different?
Well, Sasha's not a psychopath. She's not a trained assassin. There's a lot that's different about her. Sasha's a real hero, in my opinion. Every character that's on board this ship is. They are very different in that way. That being said, I mean, there are some similarities. They're both strong, not going to back down, skilled, confident, and have some humor to them, which I love. I love finding those moments of humor. Yeah, they're actually quite different. If I'm thinking of, in comparison to Dottie on Agent Carter and Sasha, yeah.
Well, and Rose.
Yeah, well, Rose, yeah. I mean, she'd hire someone to do her dirty work. I don't think she'd actually, I mean, unless it's cement, but, you know.
Intelligence, though.
Yes, intelligence, yeah, confidence, yeah, it's a lot of fun to play.